The final day in the month of May 2017. And before I can't delve into the whole greetings, I go like start with prayer. Say all the plans when we get, when it be like say somehow, and we not see I'm achieve and make nobody fear, because when we enter the second half of this year, we go begin to see plenty things so long as we continue to the work. On that note, I say good morning and welcome to the Chairman Television Station, Wazobia TV channel 98 on top of Go TV cable, Star Times channel 195, My TV channel 17, UHF 57, where all you need to do now to turn your antenna small, and on top of DSTV channel 259. That one means say we there everywhere. No chance say you go miss us if you really want watch us. We can't check, say, okay, some people go talk, say, TV no dey nearby, go online. Now, we don't make them very, very easy. We do on top of Facebook, www.facebook.com/Wazobia Max. You go to watch us as the team, they happen on top of the discussion show. My name is Ezugo Chokwode, and as usual, I know the Lone Side Studio. I deal with my brother, we Sabi, well, let's concerning politics matter, as it is.
Yes, a bright full Wednesday morning to our beautiful viewers today watch us right now. Don't carry that same Obonga program. Come on our way, or we'll go sunch now with different activities where they happen, and currently within the reign and the second year of this particular government, and they look their card, they will take assess how far and how well they don't actually how well would actually scale through for this for their government. I will also open our phone lines as usual, so that I will also feel call and then contributing our own quarter to the whole matter. Me now also bear in mind, say, I will get 3 solid telephone lines when I want to free line. To free line, we say, now go call, now go express on ourselves. But when that time to pay reach, me not leave it for us. My name never to change. My name remains Unkubi, and this is As It Is Hot.
We don't go waste time. We will go straight into the discussion when we carry come. But before we do so, it go good make we introduce our Ogbonge visitor. I go like clear my throat before I introduce our Ogbonge visitor, because it get the way when we say this life they work. When we talk about, say, lion no dey born goat, it is very, very clear. And if you check apple tree, mango no fit fall down from on top of apple tree. This now because of, say, the person who carry come to discuss the issue when concern all of us inside the Nigeria today. If you check in ancestors, there be people where we say they know they collect cheating at all. They know they collect, say, person won't come bully them or chance person. They go stand up and tell you to your face, say, if you don't do them like this, and I be say, we'll not go agree for you. He's the son of Frank Kokori. No, he bless and don't get respect. Chief Frank Kokori. Those people were very, very familiar with government and political science. If we now read the history of Nigeria and the people who struggle to fight for, say, military government, may they come out, may we get civilian rule, and we now go remember Frank Kokori. But Papa don't do his own. Pikin don't wear the shoe of Papa, continue for that particular line. The Ogbonge visitor will get now Kivwe Kokori. Oga Kivwe, welcome to As It Is Hot.
Good morning, my people, fellow Nigerians. Good morning.
I say if I don't do the introduction like that, he go pay me for body, because I remember my government textbook that year. If we read about people when we say the forefront of the Nadeco struggle, make we shake your hand. You don't try. Make you transfer the anointing come. It's not easy.
Good morning. Do well.
Thank you very much. We'll not go waste time. We'll go straight into the discussion when we carry come. On Monday, we start with these 2 years of President Mohammadu Buhari based on democracy day, May 29th. But we can't look the 3 cardinal principles when we say everybody will want to become president at that time being campaign on top. Some people talk about the economy, some people talk about the war against corruption, other people talk about insecurity, because at that time, Boko Haram Jaguda badness, they cause problem. We get Oga Justice Uwegu, who talk well on top of that matter. On Tuesday, we carry young people come. Say, we will discuss the issue of these 2 years of Obodo Nigeria from the eyes of young people. We can't focus on job creation. We focus on education and the future of Nigeria. Today, we go discuss one particular problem when we say, when this government enter, the team face them headlong, the Niger Delta. After that, we will talk about inclusiveness for inside government. You feel, say, you dey part of this country. You feel, say, the government they carry everybody along. Make we rush enter break. When we come back, no more go slow. Straight into the discussion based on As It Is Hot. We come back. It go hot. Welcome back to As It Is Hot. Our Ogbonge visitor, Kivwe Kokori, Ezugu Chukudi Anunkubide inside studio. And like we promised you now on Monday when we start, based on, say, the celebration of May 29, Democracy Day, what we do since 1999. We talk, say, we go review the 2 years, what we don't call the midterm report or scorecard of President Mohammadu Buhari. Monday, like we talk, 3 of the cardinal principles when we say every political party campaign on for 2015, insecurity, the economy, and the war against corruption. We don't discuss them. Yesterday, we carry young people. We call look the one when they affect every young person inside Obodo, Nigeria. That one get to do with job creation, education, and the future of our great country, Nigeria. Today, we want to focus on two very important issues. One, a serious problem when greets this government when they enter. We won't see the progress when they don't make thus far, because whether we like them or not, if you apply makeup to dead body, it go still smell. Whether you snap picture of when it's in final or not, it go still the rotten. And the second one, about inclusion and the fact say some people somehow won't know whether they feel say they belong to Obodo, Nigeria. We're going to once again, welcome to our City Hot.
No problem.
And make we go straight into our discussion. The time when President Mohammadu Buhari enter, we see the work when we say the Niger Delta Avengers then do. They really show say that threat when they've been threatening say they go cripple the economy. Now something when they achievable. We've been here of some kind of strong talk say we go do them like this, we go deal with una. But we can't see say at the end though it go good make we sit down, make we talk. If we want help build our country, say since it belong to all of us, and from where all of us they see money chop it that based on say that where the thing when they take the flourish our country account they come from with that. Now 2 years don't go. We don't see the acting president carry waka go there do some kind of visitation and everything like that. Now it just be like say some people they wait say okay make them see wetin dey happen for inside Niger Delta. Now I want to ask this very important question: as Niger Delta, as somebody wey sabi the history of Niger Delta and the struggle of people say we want make una improve our life because of say this thing una dey use na from here e dey come from. In these 2 years, wetin you go assess the contribution of government to say okay really the promise we make about the Niger Delta we won't really achieve am?
It good say you know as somebody who sabi the history of Niger Delta. I feel no know the whole history, but at least I know a bit of the history. And fortunately, I'm from that part of the country. I come from Delta State, which is a part of Niger Delta. So before I go into anything, at least make I try to give a brief background of the history, because the problem of Niger Delta, now the oil. There is no other problem in the Niger Delta. The only problem now the oil. We supposed to be prosperity for the people, but unfortunately, now like cost to the people of the Niger Delta. From when Shell discover oil, well, in commercial quantity for Niger Delta, Oloibiri, 1956, before they can do their first export for 1958. From that time, funny enough, Oloibiri is from present-day Bayelsa State, Ogbia local government, where we can't even get the first Niger Delta president to come from that area. But unfortunately, from that time till date, this same oil don't become major problem for the people of that area because of the fact, say, Nigerian structure don't dey wrong from beginning. Up till now, the structure, they never sort them out. So subsequent governments, don't they use this oil? Don't they steal the money where they come from the oil? They know they develop the area. Take that small Oloibiri as an example. From where this goose where they lay the golden egg start from. Go there today. Go look how it be. Now shanty town. Take example of some other places where oil they like California. Take California for example. In the US. California today is one of the most developed cities in the world. Now from the oil money. Look Texas. Look. So Nigeria, the places where they bring the oil, now them they worse pass.
Backward.
For Nigeria. So that should just show you how Nigerians, I won't say Nigerians, government in Nigeria don't neglect the people of the Niger Delta region. So all these things don't day on. So let's come to this present government of Buhari. Buhari, obviously, when he came in, that's now one of the major things where he take campaign, saying go try to resolve the issues of the Niger Delta. Obviously, no being started, the issues don't day from God knows when. But fortunately, he take some serious steps. Say, you know, he won't try to deal with the issues. But at that beginning, obviously, Niger Delta Avengers start. start to destroy pipeline and all that because of the agitation. Obviously, all this destruction as well, they also destroy the area because obviously it go destroy their water, destroy their land, destroy everything. But obviously these people now, because of agitation, because they feel say this area don't they neglected for so long, now the way where they feel say be the best way for them to show their agitation, which is wrong, you know. But good enough. The current vice president, who is the acting president today, he takes some steps when President Buhari first go London for a medical holiday. I know say he go areas for Niger Delta, visit all those areas and try to bring the stakeholders together to discuss, you know, on the best ways and to hear their demands and to see how it go fit, you know, try to resolve those demands and to give them promises and all that. And for me, I think that thing is very important. And I think that also helped to douse the tension. Because if you notice now, you go notice, say, the pipeline vandalization don't reduce if it never stop, you know, completely. Because first of all, oil prices drop, and then they can start that vandalization, which can reduce our production to more than 50%. You know, but now it don't come up, even though it's not 100% yet, but it don't be a bit close. So that has also helped to, you know, give more money to the country and all that.
Very, very true.
But I would expect them to do more because I don't think say they don't do enough.
Very true.
Because the problem with Niger Delta is too huge.
You see, you don't give us historical background and you don't come put them side by side with the present reality of the Niger Delta. A lot of people don't talk about government and the fact say, now everybody, now in they involved for inside government. Like, for example, if we look at the map of Nigeria, check the place where they call the Niger Delta region. Now, people when come from that particular place, now they don't serve as governors, now they don't serve as commissioners, now they don't hold positions when we say they elect people or they appoint people to there. And if we check the way we say government don't they share money, a lot of these places, because of say the oil wealth, now there the thing they come from, many they go into that particular place. Make we keep government on the one side. By government now, I mean government at the center. Make we come to government when they in charge of these states for this particular place. Now, if we want to put blame on certain people, who be the people when we go identify, tell them say, at some point you dey collect XYZ amount as allocation. What do you take and do for this region where you come from?
First of all, unfortunately, Nigerian governments, from local government to state government to federal government, majority of the time, they know they do what they're supposed to. Obviously, they just steal money, you know, and everything. The Niger Delta, obviously, the leaders of the Niger Delta as well get serious blame because they always say that thief no fit come your house if somebody inside no give them information. So the problem is, say, most of the leaders of the Niger Delta, I won't say all of them, most of them, the people who don't hold political positions, most of them also contribute to the problem of the Niger Delta. Because, obviously, all the money, the money no reach anyway, but the small money where they still give them, because if you think about them, and that's why they say Nigerian structure, they're wrong. Obviously, we're not supposed to practice this kind of system where they practice. We get to restructure Nigeria because without restructuring Nigeria, nothing will happen. Nigeria will always be the way it is, so it will always they go bad. Because there is no way you go create government. Say there will be a center, a federal government. And this is a country that have different ethnic nationalities. Because we all know get the same tribe and the same culture.
Very true.
So what the best kind of structure for Nigeria to make us feel live in harmony, now to get structure where we say the different areas of the country go they control their resources. A situation where the states in the Niger Delta go control their resources, the states in the west will control their resources, the states in the north will control their resources. Then they will be paying royalties to the federal government.
Very true.
So which means, for example, if Niger Delta make money, maybe they will give 20% or 30% to the federal government. The rest, them go use them.
Develop themselves.
That is the right structure we Nigeria are supposed to get. But if you think about them, even this Niger Delta who they talk, say then they give money. At what point did they even increase it to 13%
derivation formula?
You understand? And that 13% obviously no reach. But the problem is that because we get bad structure, and because The country, everybody, na federal government and they look.
Very true.
Because now there, all the resources there. That's why then they forget their own local government where they. You understand? So most of those guys where they for government, them they also they chop the money. No, they use them for their people. But the people, rather than looking at them, because they know say na federal government power day, na federal government and they look. But if you restructure, when everybody knows say the old money, now these people they control. Now that place people go put eye.
But Oga Kivwe, following what they talk now, say maybe something about federalism, make everybody manage your own resources. Make we also look mindset and look orientation right now. Because if you look at right now, apart from the fact say would they blame our governors or perhaps the federal levels of not doing within the appropriate, make we bring them down to the people as well. We don't see cases, we don't also hear cases where person go on carry development enter this particular region, and these members of the communities of this particular region go they insist say no, we don't want them. Make na pay us first. You understand? Make na pay us first, or make na give us the money, make we take our own hand do them. These are just the grassroots individuals or people who they for this thing. Okay, if we're going to insist on true federalism, where we say manage your resources, should it say this same orientation, this same mentality? No go still play out even to this same level where we say and people go insist say no, we'll handle it ourselves. In the end, they will carry the money, put for their own pocket.
It could be anywhere where poverty dey. The first thing where people go think about now how they go take chop. You understand? Waiting these people they do now the wrong thing. But Nigeria don't spoil so much. We say there's so much poverty. Even the story they tell you, they happen for Lagos now. If you want build house for Lagos, area boys go come say make you pay them for the land, even though you don't buy the land from wherever you buy the land. Because of poverty, the people they think of how they go take first chop. Even during election, for Niger Delta is one of the worst places when it comes to election. You know why? Because the poverty level is so bad. We say they go rather make you give them 1,000 naira for that day before they go vote for you. They don't think of tomorrow because they never chop. Their pikin never chop. It's a bad thing. But how you take one change the orientation? You get to first make the people believe say government is for them. You understand? Orientation na like action, na practical. You know if they tell people say, oh, government belong to una, and waiting then they see, now you and your family, they build mansions, they drive jeep, them no see anything. Healthcare, no day. Education, no day. All the basic things of life, no day. So the problem is, say, if those resources come to the people, you understand why I'm saying the restructuring. If we restructure Nigeria, I say the resources, now every area they control their own resources. Then more money go there for them to spend. And then they go they more accountable to their people.
Very true.
Because their people know say this money now and the day. How many people for Delta State or for Katsina State fit go Abuja? Go meet federal government, say they won't go protest. So that's why you see all the protests where they happen for federal government, for Abuja, now sponsored protest, most of them. But if you dey my backyard, I know say now you they collect all my money, you dey for my backyard. What in those ones they talk when they come meet them, the governors? They go say they never pay them money for Abuja. So we need to restructure. I'm not taking the blame away from those people.
Bringing it down to restructuring where they talk, we not fine. We are still understand the angle where they bring us from. But under the same government, we don't see some kind step where you could mention and we will be also step of restructuring some kind of thing. We don't see the move where the government don't do in ensuring they clean up and the Ogoni land. And then when the government, before the government come into, they talk to look, we want to ensure say these people they duly integrated, duly involved in this particular thing. See the first step we will take. But even in spite of this same step, we see they get issues. She don't say maybe I don't understand the communication no flow between both parties now be they just want to take their own hand, insist on waiting them want or waiting.
Because the major step never happened. That's why I tell you, say no matter what we do for Nigeria today, if we no restructure, nothing go happen. We go just the rigmarole. This government, yes, as I talk, they don't make some steps to show, say, they won't do something for the Niger Delta. But those things where they talk, it never come to fruition. Take the Ogoni cleanup, for example. Then do fanfare, then do ceremony, then launch them. Go there, make you go ask, say, how many cleanup don't they happen? Sure you understand? So the problem is say no be just to talk. And
Action.
make the people see the result.
More of action.
You
yes,
understand?
Yes.
As I talk, good enough, the acting president make some moves for Niger Delta. And I think that's why the tension go down. But the people obviously go give them some time to see if those things where they talk, whether it go benefit them. Obviously, if it no benefit them after some time, agitation will start again. And also, government get to avoid things where be say, now few people go benefit, not the majority of the masses. Because usually, those big men for those areas, you go see them, they go form one group, Niger Delta Elder, something council. They go there, and oil block, and now they go take line their pocket, now then they go discuss. They are not talking about what will benefit the people. So that's why I say, even the people of the Niger Delta, they are leaders too, now part of the problem of Niger Delta. Look at some of the interventionist agencies, NDDC, Ministry of Niger Delta, this one, Niger Delta. How many projects you see with it? They don't abandon most of the projects.
And they create them specially to address some of these problems.
The people who go chop that money, now people, leaders of Niger Delta and leaders of Nigeria. But because ministers say go collect contract, this one go collect contract, they go abandon the whole contract.
But Oga Kivwe, no veto. You mentioned NDDC, mentioned the Ministry of Niger Delta. Okay, fine. I will not say this, the government they allocate money yearly to these ministries and this body. Okay, fine. You as government, maybe say you get issue. You are faced with a particular problem from this region. They allocate money, but that the thought of even more monitoring that money and ensuring say that money enter into that main thing where you bring them out for. Why we never really see that action from the government? Well, government will say where they insist say yes, they want transformation for this same area.
Because as I talk, government for Nigeria never they structured to benefit the people. And there's so much corruption in Nigeria. Corruption there everywhere. Look, example, even leave Nigeria. Look at the new one where they do now, there's a Northeast. They create one thing, presidential initiative for the development of the Northeast because of Boko Haram. Most of the money not being you hear say people where the government say don't chop. Babakia, this thing will not be part of that money they say they chop. So the problem is say corruption in Nigeria. Nothing where you do if you don't structure this country. If you like, put 100 billion for anywhere, they go chop the money.
Oga Kivwe, make we look at from this angle now. You don't dey very, very clear, say, to achieve results for government, not be just about good intention. For example, President Mohammadu Buhari, when he enter, they say some governors go, tell them, say, they never pay salary. He can't release money. He release money till today. A lot of these states see they owe salary.
Workers, yes.
Now, let's talk about accountability. For example, because of the way when our society they structured, everybody they go center, go collect. How the center feel make those when they can't collect, they accountable? Or shey na because of say we get federal government, state government, local government, we go leave them like that. And you get another painful example when e be like say for virtually all the states for inside Nigeria, if we go count the states when local government they operate, the government wey suppose dey closest to the people, I don't think say the thing reach 5 inside this country. Some states don't, some governors just dey rule like say they be emperors. How those when they center, pending the time when go reconstruct or restructure, how they go fit hold these people accountable so that you no go talk say after all I gave the governor, you give governor money for January in chopper, you give am for February in chopper, you give am for March in chopper, if you give am for April, that mean say you don't get mental problem.
Let me tell you the reason why that problem dey. I go just give you a simple example. If somebody come visit your family, they can't give you 100,000 naira to give to your pikin. To give to your children. In the presence of your children, they give you the 100,000 naira to give to your children. You can't comot 50,000 inside. Give them 50,000. You think say you go still get the moral right to ask them how they spend the 50,000? Because they know say you don't comot 50,000 from their money. Wetin dey happen be say federal government, when they want share money, usually they no go share the money complete, give states. And the structure they so bad, we be say. The one where they go local government, they will first give state first. And state go give local government. State go come out in own before he go give local government. So how the governor take on tell the local government chairman, say, why you don't spend this money, take do this thing? When you supposed to give me 1 billion, you give me 300 million. Do you understand?
So systematic chopping, don't they?
That is
and since
from
you
all
don't
the
chop, you don't
stages.
be ask person when one chop your own.
So how thief take one ask thief?
Question thief.
Say why he thief. And the major problem is that. So government suppose be something where be say people suppose they accountable. There's supposed to be transparency and all those sort of things. But the problem is say over time, corruption don't they so bad for Nigeria where be say almost everybody in the government they thief. Even when you get government position, your people for your community, they go down, they rejoice, they go down, do party.
Yes.
Because they expect, say, as you did it, so now their time to chop. You understand? So the system itself is faulty. Our orientation is faulty. And that is because of systemic corruption we don't do for so long. Even though President Buhari get good intentions, I believe, say, he get good intentions. In vice president, get good intentions. But
The people
no be only them they work.
Exactly.
The
No be
people
only them
who
the
surround them,
government.
there are so many thief people around them.
Around.
And this President Buhari health issues too is also a problem for this government because when you think about him, the ultimate powers lies with him because he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Very, very true.
Acting President Oshibajo, no matter the good intentions we get, I don't believe say he get 100% powers because you they call him acting president, you are not calling him acting president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So which means say even the Minister of Defense may not
Be loyal.
feel that I need to listen to you. So this problem where we get with President Buhari illness, may God, let him recover and, so that he go fit come face the job we collect. You understand? It's also a problem because the government no really get, the person they run government today, no, to me, I know, maybe on paper, if you say get ultimate power, but you know get ultimate power. You don't fit wake up today and say you want to change the cabinet.
It go hard.
You understand?
It go hard.
You don't fit. You know? And another problem where I see too be say this government, they no start on time to do things where they're supposed to. Take like the ministers, for example. See how long it takes for them to bring ministers. See most government parastatals and agencies, they don't get substantive board. They don't get...
As it take them a long time to get ministers, make it not take us a long time to go this break. When we go this break, come back, we'll continue our discussion as it get to do with what Oga Kivwe don't talk. Everybody feels say them they part of government and the Nigerian setup. No go anywhere when they come back. Now still ask in a hot when they come back. Welcome back to our city hall. Our Ogbonge visitor, Kivwe Kokori, inside studio, and with a look based on May 29th Democracy Day celebration, they assess the midterm scorecard of President Mohammadu Buhari. We don't look some very important areas, but the one they took eye today get to do with one problem when we say the government starts with and they don't try and manage them. We won't check the success so far of that particular one. It get to do with the Niger Delta region of Obodo, Nigeria. And now we won't go enter into another particular discussion. That one get to do with whether everybody feel like say they'll be part of this government. Because one of the problems when they get now say somebody will often say, my brother no dey there, no be our time to chop, make we wait for our time. If we go spoil, make we spoil. Oga Kivwe, we don't hear people complain of it be like say somehow this government, some people they use and do parakpo, now only their family, and only one part of this place these people come from. If we check the way Nigeria dey today, without discussing the problems, we'll just focus on those important things we get to do with how we as a people go fit show in the way we take they do our things, say Nigeria belong to everybody. In that light, everybody we want join us, go fit join us because as the hot now program for everybody. So if you call us on top of our telephone lines to make your contribution, and remember say we talk, so if you join us on top of Facebook, www.facebook.com/Wazobia Max, you will see us live and direct, even though television no dey there or maybe NEPA just take light because the way we Nigeria dey, we really cannot tell. Oga Kivwe, how we go take fit get government when we say me when be Igbo man, Nkubi when be Hausa man, you when be Calabar man, go feel say okay, we dey part of this government and we get stake, so therefore we must contribute to the development of our great country, Nigeria.
First of all, that thing where you talk, they're very, they're very wide. The reason being that as Nigeria day to day, as I talk, First of all, that restructuring too. Now, one of the major reasons why people not feel say they belong to Nigeria. Because everything they center. So which means say today they go, when they make appointment, they'll say, oh, most of the appointment go north. Oh, most of the appointment go Niger Delta. Because na center, now they control most part of Nigeria. And also, it is very difficult when people, when no feel say their country, they do something for them. It is difficult for them to feel that sense of belonging and loyalty towards the country. Now, simple thing, as you they work for Wazobia TV now, if they know they pay your salary, or they know they, give you your benefits and all that, your loyalty go diminish. So that is the major problem. Nigerians today no feels, especially the youths. There's an unemployment full everywhere. The youths now feel that sense of loyalty, say, them belong to Nigeria, because Nigeria now offer them what they expect. You understand? So, and the mindset of the people, don't they so bad, we be say, many Nigerians now don't believe, say, the wrong thing, not right. Because they don't do the wrong thing for so long. So we need serious reorientation. And reorientation no fit work if action no follow from the people where they preach the reorientation. When you say make people no steal, you get to lead by example. They say he that goes to equity has to come with clean hands. So when they tell the people, say, make them do things this way, you self get to show them, say, I they do them this way. So Nigeria, we need serious reorientation and restructuring.
But Kivwe, you to serious reorientation, restructuring, and we don't place two big problems: the leaders and the people. You don't, before we go that break, you mentioned something about, say, yes, government on the federal level, they corrupt. Government on the state level, they corrupt. Government on the local government level, they corrupt. Okay, that one now one part. The more come bring them back to the people. The people also, they face the same challenges as a result of this bad leadership. If we see, say, with problems, people are just supposed to bring the solution. No, they do the appropriate thing. And people are supposed to benefit from the solution. Just they where then they. Where be that center point where we fit get that resolved? What kind of measure we fit take, say, we won't take, so that at least we go fit take balance it too.
Very true. But before we take that answer, I'm going to take Oga Chukwudi. Oga Chukwudi, they call us all the way from Owerri. Oga Chukwudi, good morning and welcome to Aside Hot.
Yes, good morning, my brother. How are you?
Good fine. Good morning, Oga Chukwudi.
Nkubi, don't come back.
Yes, I'm back. I've always been around.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, let me put it this way. Everybody they're happy with this corruption of a thing.
Oga Chukwudi, reduce the volume of your television.
Okay, the volume there high.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me bring it down.
Oh yeah, continue.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this: nobody there against the fight for corruption, but what we there against now the methodology where they use. We believe say if they want make the team there as it's supposed to be, make they strengthen the structure of fighting that corruption and not the person in question. There must be a structure that will outlive this government. A structure that if any government comes in, it will just key in. There's no point changing one person for you to have effective corruption fighting body. Let the structure be there so that whoever that takes over the government of the day will key in and continue from where the predecessor stops.
Very true. Oga Chukwudi, we don't know.
Thank you very, very much, Oga Chukwudi.
You don't talk about institutions. Make them strengthen them. Make it not be like saying that one person be the Messiah. Make we enter inside Port Harcourt. Collect this call from Iyakemi. Iyakemi, good morning and welcome to Aside Hot.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Iyakemi. Good morning.
Thank God. I say make a contribute to.
Oh yeah, feel free. Continue.
Right on.
This corruption one at the talk. Na correct thing. I thank God for na life there.
Thank you.
You see, say for this Niger Delta thing one at the talk. Now make me I come put my mouth inside.
Oh yeah, continue.
See, for NDDC, where they create, make it reach all of us. We do contracts for more than 3 years. They don't commission the work. Budget, they don't approve the budget since how many 3 years ago. Then they collect the money, they share among themselves. We don't do work. Finish, go borrow money from bank, do work. They don't pay us. As they not pay us, and we be Niger Delta people waiting on us, say make we do. Corruption too much. Road where we don't commission, they not give us mobilization, no. Then they share mobilization among themselves. Because we want to job, we go borrow money, take do work for them. Then don't collect our money where government approve for them, share among themselves, they no pay us. Rather, waiting then they do. Then they are what any government will come inside there, then do new contract for themselves. Money where they approve, state pay for the work where they don't do. They don't go give us, then do new job for themselves to pay themselves to come on. Waiting on and say, make we do. Make gonna help me.
Kevin, thank you very, very much for that.
Voice. Well, all of us, now the reason why we sit down here, they discuss this matter so that we go get one settlement.
Ogachi Gozie, good morning.
Gozie, they call us all the way from Enugu. Ogachi Gozie, good morning and welcome to Asi the Hot.
Ogachi Gozie, this is your voice, where they like this. You go need to ginger them up.
I go ginger them up if government better, can they do better thing. You know, say, as this man where they made they talk say corruption. Corruption now waiting with the suffer for Nigeria, no be today. Corruption don't start even before they born me for this Nigeria. But it be like say corruption for this government starts under good luck. And today we know they see corruption. As the man will call from Owerri talk, I believe say this government now was the most corrupt government I ever seen since where my mama born me.
Ogachi Gozie, why you talk so?
Wait. As you they talk, now what you they talk now Niger Delta something now. You hear the time where Sibanjo go there, commission or something, even the other woman. He say waiting.
Would they hear you continue?
Ride on.
Yeah, that woman. Go there, or you know anybody where they there. Go tell you, say, government, no, they do anything. But every day, they go put on for news, say that they do something, they do something. And as you the word this government, I hear the time where the man, they talk, say, Buhari and the Osibanjo, now two of them, other people will follow them, no, now those people you no trust. Even Buhari now, the main man will be corruption, he said, followed by Osibanjo. None of them, they talk true. When you know share something, as you talk there, equal. Now corruption, not be only when you thief money. And we know say them they thief our money. They say Buhari no get money, but he get a state.
Thank you very, very much.
All this matter them. Now so that all of us inside the Bodo Nigeria go fit contribute and talk our mind. Make we go from Enugu, enter inside Owerri too, before Oga Kivwe begin to address some of the issues we don't raise. Norbert, good morning and welcome to As It Is Hot.
Oga Norbert, good morning.
Good morning.
I beg, bring down the volume of your television right now. I beg, they on.
Yeah.
You don't reduce them?
Yes, I don't reduce them.
Oh, yeah, right on. They hear you.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say, they do well for that on a program.
Thank you very much.
This corruption issue you people are talking about, Nigeria is not fighting any corruption, particularly under this government. The worst type of corruption, deceit. When the government is not telling its people the truth, that is the worst type of corruption. When the government is malingering the judiciary because the judiciary doesn't want to do what the government wants them to do, that's one corruption. I heard the president, the acting president talking about, and the chairman of APC and Lai Mohammed talking about that they have done what they promised Nigerians. That one is another corruption. This government is about corruption. Corruption is embedded in this government. Their ministers are corrupt.
So,
maybe because they have left it. They hear you.
If all of us agree, say, okay, corruption is one problem when we deal with, and we don't get government, we talk, say, okay, they won't fight them. In the interest of Nigerians now, what will be the solution to this particular problem?
Oga Norbert, you there?
Oga Norbert, you go take that one and do assignment. Make we enter inside Ghana, collect this call from Oga Casey. Oga Casey, good morning and welcome to As It Is Hot.
Good morning, my good brother.
Good morning, Oga Casey.
I've been enjoying your program.
Thank you very much.
The issue of corruption in Nigeria is I would say, it started from Adam. God called Adam, where are you? Adam said, I'm naked. Just a simple question. And that is from origin. That is the same way I see Nigeria in corruption level. But the issue is, nobody on earth can remove corruption. You only maintain corruption and keep going. Anyone who says he's going to fight corruption is the chief corruption himself. So, like what you are saying now, Nigeria have diverted its own projects, mostly in North and Lagos area. They have left the eastern part alone because the statement they are making on APC that the eastern part didn't give them vote. So how can a nation who being divided into two are now ruling a nation in this manner? So when we say corruption, don't leave corruption alone and maintain the corruption that Goodluck have left. No, they said, do time of Goodluck Jonathan, they said this one have a house in Dubai, have a house in US. For now, those stories is no more on. They have gone underground. So it is now quickly under corruption. So my people, what they are doing there is good, but make sure that our message goes to the government. That they should leave the corruption issue and maintain the corruption we have in Nigeria.
Okay, Casey, we don't know your important contribution. Even though some people don't talk, say, not be by playing devil's advocate. Say this the reason why law day now because of say normal. We get human beings when go one break am. But it go good. Make we look say the reason why we never reach some level when we dey now because of some kind of badness will not happen. And if only a few people they benefit from government in the name of corruption, it don't make any sense whatsoever. We dey enjoy every Nigerian say government when they committed to enthroning positive change when go make everybody life better and make our belly sweet. Make the government do their very best to do am. Oga Kivwe, it go be like say the talk don dey drag. But we need to drag this one enter because from talk when people don't talk, it is very, very clear. Say we suppose get Nigeria when everybody go be part of. And if we don't get government when they inclusive, I feel like say nothing concern me because it just be like say now these people they run the government. When our own turn reach, we go do am. Now in finding solution to this particular problem, what if the things what we suppose they do today so that the man when come from Zungeru, the one when come from Abakaliki, the one when come from Ilorin, go look Nigeria see say I get responsibility and I must contribute my own quota to nation building and national development.
Normally, as I talk, and I sure say most of the things where I don't talk, say don't answer this question. Because as I talk from the beginning, our structure they faulty. We need to first fix that structure. Then when you fix them, you will come try to reorientate the minds of the people. Because right now, they say any country's leadership, make I speak out for you, now, so I go take you understand that. Any country's leadership is a reflection of its people. So those leaders who will get, they don't come from moon, they come from amongst us. So that means say our psyche, majority of Nigerians, the psyche don't they so bad. We believe say government not to go collect money to make our life better, not the life of everybody else. And that is because poverty don't they entrenched in the people. System. So people no see the country as a country that they feel secure with. You understand? It's like somebody go work, he work finish, if they feel no pay him salary. Even if they pay him salary, the day he retire, pension no sure. Healthcare no sure. Education no sure. So at the end of the day, such kind of people they don't see loyalty to the country. You understand? So we need to change that structure. Make sure, say, development, they go to the right people we're supposed to go to. Don't be to personal pockets.
Make I ask this question. If anybody when they're familiar with, Nigeria, we don't read about people like them, the late Pa Anthony Enahoro, and everybody went on call for restructuring. Even till date now, one of the people when we say they stand, they talk Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former vice president of Nigeria. But some people, it be like say then they fear. Say when we restructure, we go be like say some then people go lose out, and some people go get the upper hand. And we go like make you just by way of enlightenment, just explain that kind of restructure. When we say the person when come from the northeast, the northwest, the north central, southeast, south, southwest, no go feel say be like say they won't play us out of the equation.
Look, the way Nigeria is structured today, it benefits some certain people. And when I say some certain people, not be only people from the north, not be only people from the Niger Delta, not be only people from the southeast or southwest. It benefits a small cabal. And that small cabal comprises of people from different parts of the country. That's why you realize, say, governance for Nigeria, they don't recycle land for so long. They get some don't day since 1960, 70, 80, they still there up to today. So the problem is say that small elite of people, where they benefit with the way Nigeria did so, We say they'll just go Abuja, collect money, line them for their pocket. Now those people no one restructure Nigeria. No be Nigerians. Nigerians are ready to restructure because they understand the essence of restructuring. Restructuring in the sense that the resources of each area
and every area gets
is held by
abundance.
those people. And they can now pay royalties to the government. And when you also do that, these areas, they go also exploit their resources even more. And we also need to look into human capital. Nigeria get people, we get brain.
Very true.
Go Singapore. Singapore don't get any natural resources. Now human capital, like they use. Take make the country there the way it is. So. You understand? So we get to look at all those, diversify from oil, go into agriculture where we don't abandon, into there's so many other things in Nigeria we do. You understand? To make Nigeria a country that Nigerians will be proud of.
But Oga Kivwe, if they mention, say yes, you said something about, say, some strong elements, some strong hands, they define the fate of our country. Okay, if we can't get some national assemblies, where we say yes, then be part of government somehow, and this national assembly come out from us, now where we say they represent regions, they represent senatorial zones. Now we take our hand, say, now you want make it go, they speak for us. And we can't get a problem like this, restructuring with the mention, where, I mean, you notice say the people suppose also get themselves involved by insist say this is what we want. And you were the representative, go talk about this thing, go ensure say this thing, they put them into law.
When you say people where they represent you, or where they represent us, that's the ideal situation.
Very true.
But in Nigeria, we know say people wait there for them, many of them get their godfather. Then they represent me and you, because now those godfather put them there.
Where
our electoral, that's what I'm saying. Our electoral system too, they fault. Look, Nigeria, the whole fabric, they faulty. So if you not fix that fabric, everything where you do, it's like you they build house for foundation where no strong. It go always collapse now. So everything where we they do, it go hard for them to work. Who be the people there for Senate?
Okay,
former governors.
You're going to pause. Just hold on to that. We get Kelvin. Kelvin, they call us from Calabar. Good morning, Kelvin. Welcome to us today, Hot.
Good morning, Nkobi and Chukudi.
We greet you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nkobi and Chukudi.
We hear you. Good morning, Oga Kelvin.
Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this your program.
Thank you very much.
Seriously, I must appreciate all of you. Yeah, good morning. I must appreciate you guys. I must appreciate you guys because you guys are doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, as I speak to you, I'm listening to that man. I'm listening to that man who's talking.
Okay.
He's saying the right thing. See, my brother, our system is totally corrupt. For this country to succeed, sometimes I keep asking myself, when are we going to get it right? We can't, because everybody at the aim of the affair is corrupt. So for us to eradicate corruption in Nigeria, we need to consume every leader we have. Every leader has to go to pay the price for corruption to go. Because these are the same people who are heading us in this country, who are our leaders, who say they want to fight corruption, who steal the whole money and put in their pocket, who sit down in their houses to make decisions that will favor them for them to be beneficiary of it.
Very true.
Look at what is happening in this country today. We don't have a rule of law. How can we fight corruption?
Oga Kelvin,
Thank
this
you
talk
very,
very,
very much, Oga
very, very,
Kelvin.
very clear. Say, now our hand, now
The
the
whole
thing
thing
there. And that hand, now the people when me say, after every 4 years, no matter how they take pay for State House, National Assembly, State House of Assembly, they will come back say, can you people please
Vote
just
for
help
me
us?
again.
This is not the time for us to judge people by the content of their character. No be say, how this man go take represent us, he no get Jeep, he no get range, he no get G-Wagon. We go get people when we say, now the people then they see, and now the people they won't go work for. Put them there, and we go begin to see change. Remember, say when they talk about us, they all say, Nigeria and our country, no go spoil, we don't get any other place. By the time when it is set for India, Malaysia, Singapore, they go tell you, say make you go answer your man name. If we not do and make it better for us, now suffering will continue to the suffer. Oga Kivwe, thank you very much. Say you carry waka, come on top of our studio. And until we come back
Oga
again
Kivwe,
tomorrow
thank you very
with
much.
another topic when they come up plenty smoke.
Now bye-bye till tomorrow when we'll come again.
Thank you very much, sir. To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.